Hi guys, we've now got our script installed and we are ready to set up our first list. Now before we do that, I just wanted to show you, while I remember, how to add an icon to the messages that are sent to your prospects, to your list. And to add that icon, it's very simple. If you go back to the Facebook app page, make sure you choose the correct app, click on Edit Settings, then App Details on the left hand side. We can then go down and add an icon. So as I said, this icon will show when someone gets a message in their Facebook notification inbox. I personally only add a 75 by 75, and you do require a transparent background, so a PNG icon is the best one to use, guys. So make sure it's 75 by 75 pixels and add it to your app, and then click on Save Changes, and that is all done. So while I remember, I just thought to show you that. So to create our first list, we need to go over to our list link at the top, click on Lists. Now you can create as many lists as you want. Please do not delete the default catch-all list. And we now need to create a list. So for example, I'm going to call this Acne, I'll show you the caps on, Acne Prospects. Now your list won't see the name of the list when you send out your messages, so you can call this just for your reference only. The welcome message is a message that will go to their inbox, in their notification inbox. Now you need to keep this fairly short and sweet. You can use the name tag to insert their name into any message. So for this example, I'm just going to put hi name, and that will pick out the first name from the data that was collected when they subscribe to your list. I'm going to show you how to do that in another video, but you can use the name tag, so that's an open curly bracket, the word the name in lowercase, and then closed curly bracket. I'm just going to put welcome to our Acne list as an example. The welcome URL is the URL we use to redirect them when they click on the notification from within their Facebook inbox. I personally will redirect them to another post on Facebook, but it's really up to you guys. So put the URL into this field here. And for this example, I'm just going to put the URL of my website. Enable the Facebook email auto post. So we're going to tick that. And this is the subject that will go out in the welcome message. So you can again you can put hi name, and that will insert the first name. Welcome to our Acne team, or something like that. You can put a welcome message. Now the welcome message to the email can be as long as you want. It's just the notification message that needs to be fairly short. You can test this, add some content in there. If you don't get the message, I would suggest that you subscribe to your own list first of all, to make sure you get the message through to your Facebook inbox. If you don't get the message, it means the message is too long, so you can always cut it down a little bit. A little bit of trial and error with the welcome message, but with your email you can put as long an email as you want. So for this example, I'm just going to put hi, welcome to our Acne team. Now in the email it doesn't insert the welcome redirect URL, so you need to add the redirect, or a URL I should say, into the message to go to their email account. So when they subscribe to your list, the data that's collected includes their email address. So again, this will go out to their email address. So we're enabled to send our message in a number of ways. Once you've done that, then you click on Create New List. Now I would also create a Acne customer list rather than just leave it as one list. So for example, if you have your own product and you were sending prospect messages, then obviously when someone becomes a customer, you don't want them to get all the prospect messages. So we're going to create another list for customers. I'm just going to name that again exactly the same. I'll put Yelp in this time. Auto enable. I'm just going to add that in there just for this example and click on create new list. Now what we can do is once we've got a subscriber into the prospect list, then we can then set up to remove any prospects from the prospect list once they become customers. Now I was going to show you how to do that. Each time you create a list, it also creates a button. So if I click on the button list, you will see now we've got the Acne prospect and the Acne customer. If I copy the URL, I'm going to go through this in a bit more detail in another video. I'm going to copy the URL. I'm going to go over to Facebook. As you can see here, I'm going to add the URL and I'm going to subscribe to my own list. Now the first time that someone subscribes, then they will have to opt in to your list. So I'm going to click OK and click OK again, and we should see now that once that goes through, it's redirecting to my website. And if I go in, you can see here that the notification has come. Now you can see at the moment there's no icon in this message that's come up, but if you change the icon, that will show in this box on the left hand side. If I click on that link now, that takes me through to the redirect URL, and if I went to my email account, then my email message together with that link would be in my email message. If I go back to the lists, we will see now that I've now got one prospect and the message is being sent out. Once I've got one subscriber to my list, I can go to move user to another list. Now at the bottom you can move users across, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new rule. Now this is very similar to Aweber, so I can then unsubscribe from list Acne prospects when subscribing to Acne customer. You can choose the list you've got here. Obviously I've only got two. So when someone subscribes to the customer list, they'll be automatically removed from the Acne list. So if I click on save, make sure that's doing it correctly, and then go back to the buttons. If I go to the customer list now, so I'm now going to subscribe to the customer list. Now you will notice that when I subscribe to the customer list, I don't have to opt in again. This means that they only have to opt in the first time. If they join any of your other lists, they do not need to opt in. So if I go back now to lists, you'll see now that one subscriber has been removed from the prospect list now into the customer list. That means that they will now only get customer follow-up emails. And again, we're going to set up follow-up emails in another video by selecting this icon here. But in the prospect list, we now have 0 subscribers. If I go over to users, you'll see that that particular user now is now in the customer list rather than the prospect list. Okay guys, hope that helps. Thanks very much.